Strange minds think alike.
Yes, and Anthony here and I are about the strangest we come. About as strange as they come. Yeah. Oh, that's not gonna work.
Muskrats are cute.
Say again.
I think the muskrats are cute.
Kinda. I have my own mouse. I prefer.
You know, they actually kind of look like real-life bandicoots.
What the? Oh, yeah. Well, anything looks more like a Bandicoot than Crash does.
Yeah, fair enough.
I have no idea what the hell Bandicoot looks like.
Oh,
Like
shit.
Cave Salamander looks more like a bandicoot.
A bandicoot looks more like a bandicoot.
Really?
Never would have known. I'm gonna have to backtrack through this area now. Oh, I got it. I lucked
still have
out.
Lavender Town stuck in my head.
Yeah.
Lavender Town was just one of those things I never really found that scary, but it's probably because I didn't play Pokemon until much later, like when I was about 10 or so. Well, it's not much later, but yeah.
Oh, fuck. Oh, boy. So much for that idea. I always found Lavender Town creepy, partially because I played it as a kid, but even just partially now, the theme kind of unnerves me.
Creepypasta.
It is unsettling to think that Pokemon can actually die, I guess.
Yeah, because I don't think it's ever really been... Oh, shit. Oh, this is going to be a pain in the ass. I don't think it was really touched upon anywhere else for a while. Like, I know Black and White mentioned it. They had a tower, sort of, as well. But it's not something that's really prevalent. It's just like only one town... Well, as I failed to jump. Only, like, one town in every place, if that. Please...
The only game...
Go ahead.
Stop dying!
Right, the only game I ever remember really scaring me when I was younger was Rayman 2. At one point you go through an area called the Cave of Bad Dreams, at which point there is a boss. And at this point, the camera goes into a view from the boss's mouth, and like there's sort of like his teeth as the frame around the entire screen, and you have to run away from him. And that terrified me as a kid. And if he gets you, he just eats you whole.
Yeah,
I mean, it's...
I've seen that on the TV Tropes page for Nightmare Fuel.
yeah.
I never played Rayman 2 though, so I wouldn't know from experience. But trust me, everyone who's played video games as a kid, I'm pretty sure has something.
Unusually, the first game I played was Lemmings, and in that there is a level called Medicine, and Medicine is an entire level drained in blood with skulls everywhere and snakes and horrifying monsters. It never scared me. It scares me more now than it did when I was a kid. I have no idea how this didn't scare me, because, like, Lemmings is a cutesy game, all of a sudden this comes out of nowhere. It's just gory and bloody and horrifying.
Yeah.
Like I remember like when me and my brother were kids, I would always watch him play that, and it's kind of funny. I didn't remember that level at all. I just remembered seeing it on like a Cracked article and thinking, "Oh my god, this was in there! How did me and my brother not notice? Or if we did notice, how did that not phase us?"
It's just kind of funny. Like, my parents would always sort of think, "Oh yeah, it's Lemmings. That's kid friendly. It's all about saving small creatures." And there's that in it.
Yeah.
The only video game thing I remember like really freaking me out is like I remember I would always watch my brother playing the Sonic games, and in like those water levels with that, like the drowning music.
Everyone. Fuck! Everyone.
Let's see. My scars are from Resident Evil 2. My brother traumatizing of fucking liquors. To this day, I know where every single liquor is in that fucking game. and I always look away when it's about to happen.
Come on.
Isn't Resident Evil the game with the hilariously terrible voice acting?
You
Yeah.
want a Jill sandwich.
And then there's the fucking piano from Super Mario 64.
Ugh, yeah.
That never scared me. I have no idea how that didn't scare me. No, I did. I think that's more what I think of. I could just think of things that should have scared me but didn't. So first off, there was Lemmings, and then there was also the Super Mario 64 piano. The Red-Deads from Ocarina of Time. I don't know why those didn't freak me out. Those are terrifying.
What?
Red-Dead's never creeped me out. Either. Well, actually, no. That's completely fucking fabricated. I'm sure when I was a kid, they freaked me out. But now they don't. But like the rest of Shadow Temple has this sort of cool atmosphere. The Shadow Temple and the Well have the cool, creepy, scary atmosphere as opposed to the legitimately freak you the fuck out type.
I liked Shadow Temple. Shadow Temple was fun.
I like the Shadow Temple, despite the fact that it's extremely linear. It's the art style that goes with it. I liked going through it in Ocarina of Time 3D. It was very immersive. Let's see. I'm trying to think of other stuff now. But I'm kind of drawing a blank.
Well, it's scary. Nightmare Fuel games.
Yeah, scary shit from my childhood. I remember the Well and I think Shadow Temple probably left a lasting mark on me more than they would have otherwise because I guess the cart of Ocarina of Time that we had bought was now keep in mind I was like 7 or something when I played this. The cart that we had bought was used and there was someone else's file on it, someone who had gotten much farther into the game than I should have even considered. I'm going the wrong way, and hopefully I don't die over here. Thank you. And I'm pretty sure either I explored it to it or he wound up starting there right at the well. And for a 7-year-old, that is not... Oh, fuck you! For a 7-year-old, that is obviously not good.
Well, the thing is, I didn't play Ocarina of Time until I was about 12 or so, maybe 11. So I didn't find it that creepy. I mean,
Yeah.
a lot of sort of classic Nightmare Fuel games I didn't play until much later. Rayman 2 I played when I was about 8, so yeah.
This fucking level.
Dead Hand creeps me out so fucking much.
I just thought Dead Hand was goofy. The way he walks is silly.
He sort of is.
Fuck no, this shit, that motherfucker's creepy as fuck. And I
think
did
it's
not fucking enjoy fighting him in the 3DS version with the graphic enhanced. I was like, oh shit.
The thing is, I think that I found Dead Hand really funny because people would sort of hyped it up as being the most terrifying thing ever. So when I thought, I was like, look at the dwarf with arms. It's sort of similar thing with like Water Temple. Like everyone says, oh my goodness, this is the hardest thing ever. For some reason, I actually found it much easier than a lot of the other temples. The puzzles in that made sense to me.
Great Bay Temple, man. Great Bay fucking Temple. Hate that level so much.
Let's see. Alright. Hold on. I've gotten sick of doing this, and I legitimately can't remember now if hold on, let me formulate my thoughts. I legitimately can't remember now if the green gem platform leads me to just a gem or to a gem and boxes, so I might have been trying to do this backtracking for longer than it would have taken me to do the level and then redo the level. So I'm going to find this out. And as soon as I start save stating, I save state once, and it makes me able to come back naturally. I've played Ocarina of Time many, many, many more times than Majora's Mask. I need to play Majora's Mask again. The last time I played it was like 3 years ago. I was just out of high school. And wow, the volume is suddenly picked. Okay, fuck you. I like Great Bay Temple. Maybe getting the fairies is a bit of a pain in the ass. But it's not so... I like it. I prefer... fucking Christ, I can't go forward either. Ugh. I like Shadow Temple better in terms of design, though. But Great Bay Temple isn't as bad as...
If it was, I got fucking... That was literally the most hardest temple I've ever done in a freaking Zelda game. Ever. I spent like 3 hours on it, just lost.
Fuck. Oh yeah, as a note... I don't get pissed off at things such as I want to be the guy. I get pissed off on this. Can't believe the shit I'm getting right now.
The thing is, I can never get frustrated at something like I want to be the guy, because the entire point of that game is to fail horribly. So it's sort of like, what was I expecting? I'm going to die no matter how hard I try to play this game.
I know, right? That's a perfect explanation. That is exactly what I go through. But not only that, but because I've played the game so many times, and I'm fucking awesome at it, to where I do very hard runs for fun. But even that, just trying to backtrack... see? So I could have just gone through the level once, and then come back and gone through it again. I can't even edit that out, because there's so much, conversation there that I don't want to throw out. Sorry, but yeah, I've done a Let's Play of I Want to Be the Guy on very hard. I gotta stop using the word Let's Play too. Game Grumps just kind of messing around has sort of gotten me be like, wow, I can't believe that worked. There's no. It sounds silly nowadays. It really does.
Well, it always did.
It didn't for me until more recently. I don't know. It just seems like that term itself too doesn't have the best reputation. Because plays games and provides commentary with friends sounds much better than Let's Player. Because when you think Let's Player, you might think the scum of the YouTube. Depending on.
Swearing is funny.
Depending on who you're asking, really. It's a toss-up. It depends on their personal, individual experiences.
Because, the thing with Let's Players is that sort of what I think when I think of a stereotypical Let's Play is someone playing through some ridiculously hard game, getting raging and everything. I don't find it entertaining myself. I just find it dull and want to see where the game goes next.
Yeah, it depends for me. I can sometimes be like that, but then I can sometimes find entertainment in the horrible anguish that spews forth. It depends. I guess it depends on the individual who's playing, as opposed to, just it as a category in general.
I will say that Proton John stuff cracks me up, even though I'm usually not a fan of that kind of thing. He is great.
I haven't seen much of his stuff. I was never a fan. A lot of popular YouTube guys I was never really a fan of. I've heard Chugga Conroy is good, but I've never checked out any of his stuff. PewDiePie we covered earlier.
Chugga Conroy is very professional. His Let's Plays are almost more like walkthroughs.
That's not bad. But even then, I'm not so much of a fan of that either. I like my... Even though I'm doing an informative, more walkthrough type thing for Flashback, also let me save state here because there's a death platform in this fucking level. I'd like more entertainment and possible failure and unpredictable elements of humor, or just even less like walk through random, or not random, walk through predictable sort of stuff going on in my Let's Plays that I'm viewing. I like to be entertained.
Well, Chuck Conroy does have a bit of that too. I mean, it depends on the game he's less playing. Some of them he seems to be a lot more competent with, but stuff like Super Mario Sunshine, there's a lot of humour with his failing and sort of reactions to things, yeah.
Oh, okay. But yeah,
I feel kind of bad critiquing Let's Plays while we're kind of doing a, well, commentary video with friends on Crash Bandicoot.
I would call it like critiquing and just kind of... Oh, by the way, one of the reasons this level's big dick. This box up there, you could easily skip that and have to do the entire thing over again. And considering what you have to do it in the first place, you'll see why that becomes an issue.
I did it main.
Yeah. Crash 2 pulled no punches, really. In terms of level design, compared to Crash 1 pulling no punches simply because you couldn't die at all to get all the gems. On top of being, you know, fairly difficult in a normal sense. But yeah, no, I mean, I don't feel bad trying, you know, what you said. Words, they help. I mean, let's see. I like substance to go with my LPs instead. You can be a colorful character. You can be. I need to take this. You can be ridiculous. You can be humorous. You can be whatever. But entertaining is what you need to be first and foremost. For me. And I try to do that, but realizing that's not working, this is why I came up with not came up with, but I'm sure I watched, like, so, oh shit, oh, I thought I was going to make it. Having watched a million of Slowbeath's LPs, and he kind of does the same, and so does the Something Awful Let's Play forums on a whole, it seems like. They do it, and so it's like, well, might as well. I've got nothing to lose, especially... yeah, nothing to lose, everything to gain. That sort of, deal. Oh, please don't fall. Okay. I'm gonna... just for the sake of saving time, I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna... Excuse me one second. Yes! Okay. Okay, I did that because if I jump down there and get the gem, I have to... I fall, I have to die and restart and try to do that slide again. Or just go through the level 2 times. And if I don't have the luck of the masks with me, like I have masks now, I haven't died, I haven't hit anything really, it's a pain in the ass. Getting through those nitros, I was very lucky to not fuck that up.
But it was well timed, so well done.
Oh, thank you, sir. I'm pretty sure I had, oh, go ahead.
No.
Huh?
It just looked hard-ish to do.
It looks...
Continue on. What you were saying was probably 10 times more interesting than me.
Don't do that. I legitimately have been chastising people for being like, no, what you have to say is important. Don't say otherwise. Don't think otherwise. It's important that you speak. No, I was just going to say, like, I'm pretty sure I had, like, 10 times as much difficulty in the previous stream as I did with the other one. With the one that I did, my run of Crash 2, the last one I did that I scrapped. Which is the reason why I'm doing this now. But yeah, I'm trying to say. Oh no, what it is now is that I saved time on this because I did so fucking horrible on Ruination. I can't believe I screwed that up that badly. when you think you know a game. I know Crash, I know Warped much better than I know 2 and 1. Like, I know Warped by heart. That was the one that I grew up with more than the others.
I think I've said this before, but despite the fact that Crash 2 is my favorite in the series, I am much more familiar with Warped.
I think Warp is more streamlined. It's more slightly memorable in that case. And you're more likely to get through all of it. Except maybe the Platinum Relics, and even some of the Gold. That's a big contender for Fuck Youville.
Yeah, well, I got 104%. I didn't get 105% because I just couldn't do the Platinum.
I did the Platinum. I always, for the last 5 years or so, whenever I play Crash Warped, I do Platinums all the time, even if it takes me hours, and it usually does take me hours. It's gotten to the point now where I've sort of memorized a general idea of what the Platinum times are for each stage. So I'll go in having an idea.
Crash, I have discovered that the opposition is being masterminded by Dr. Nixus Real, the inventor of the Evolvo ray.
Jason.
Responsible for our misunderstanding.
Yes.
I'm hungry.
In his plot for
I'm sorry. I can't do anything about that.
he will attempt to stand in our way.
Make it not so late so I won't feel guilty about eating.
The platform to deliver the crystals to engine.
I can't do that. I'm sorry.
Why not use your time powers and make it 2 in the afternoon?
What time powers?
Your time powers.
You're the one with magical Negro powers, woman. Not me.
You know, all magical Negro means is I make everyone's lives better through the power of advice. I don't have any literal powers.
Really? I didn't
This
know.
boss always struck me as so strange. Just, oh, suddenly you can throw Wumpers. Neat.
Yeah, to a point, yeah. But, I mean, how else would you fight someone of Vengeance caliber?
Well, by the time we had Crash 3, you was at things like the spaceship battle, so...
Yeah. And then the... Whoops. And then the Wumpa Fruit, the Fruit Bazooka.
Yeah.
Oh, but, yeah, I'd help if I could. I mean, I could help with the, the fear to cold thing. Not through socks, because I can't send you those. Because mine are... Or I can't give you those, because mine are holy. But, I can't help with time. I can just give you food. That would be just... If you're hungry, then you shouldn't have to feel guilty about eating. I mean, we've been reblogging stuff on Tumblr lately regarding that sort of topic. It's just that, I mean, I know you're dieting and all, but if you're hungry, don't dick around with that. Have some food.
Okay, wow, this dude's robot is really crappy if you can break it by throwing fruit at it.
How solid are Wumpa Fruit anyway? Are they soft like peaches or hard like apples?
Well, I think the idea is that you're jamming the weapons.
Fruit juice? Pulp?
Well, you throw like 10 Wumpa Fruit into his arm cannons or his missile launchers, and they'll start malfunctioning.
Fair enough.
I mean, they're not wrenches, but same sort of principle. That last hit doesn't get as much of a freebie, though, I don't think. So yeah, we're finishing this tonight.
Woohoo. Already in the live stream. I'll bring the beer. No, wait, we have a 16-year-old.
Oh, we can have beer, except he just can't have any. And also, wait,
I like Mountain Dew.
I mean, you don't, hold on. Is there any? Okay, no, I'll just do this in whatever order. I'll do this in the order given. Because there's nothing special I need to do from here on out. I've got all the secrets and I've got all the color gems. Are you still there?
I think we lost a commentator.
Yeah, I noticed he hasn't been saying much. Anthony! I hope he didn't fall asleep. He's prone to doing that.
Professional Let's Playing. What? Commentating with friends on Crash Bandicoot 2.
Dude, we are so pro, you don't even know. Excuse me for a second. Cover your ears or something. Anthony! Maybe he's not even there. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. Okay, well, that's... Could one of you IM him? Maybe that'll get his attention
yeah,
better.
sure, no problem.
Thank you. Just because, like, I don't want to... I've held up the stream enough with my fucking up ruination. I don't want to hold up anymore. Terrible, terrible dying. I was gonna ask him if... Because I don't think he... I don't know about him, but I don't know. I don't think he drinks beer. I know I don't like beer.
I know he does. Wait. Did I hear? Is that you, Zero? Hello?
Here's disgusting.
No. I think we did wake him up. I'm sorry.
No, well, it's probably better that he doesn't sleep on the keyboard anyhow. Because when he wake up, he'll have, like, acid on his face.
Nighty-night.
We lost him again.
What'd he say?
He said nighty night.
Night.
As if you're gonna go to sleep, then go ahead, man. We'll catch you later. Thank you for joining. We're gonna finish up though.
Drop call now.
All right.
Are you gonna
See ya.
Night, dude.
Night.
Oh. See ya.
Oh, maybe I have
That
to.
was kind of sudden.
Oh no, there we go. Okay. Yeah. I had to drop him from the call manually. I don't know if he was gonna do that. But yeah, no. I slightly forgot that in order to do this level, I have to. Well, I got on it, so that means it won't go away. But ow. When I inevitably die later on in the level. But I have to go to the end of it and then come back and take the death platform so that I can get the gem. You'll see. I'm just explaining it just to be like, oh, why didn't you take the death platform? I swear there's a method to my madness. I am much more competent than Ruination would lead you to believe. Fucking level. I'm glad there's only 2 of those levels because they are a pain in the ass. I just fucked that up, really. I'm not paying attention.
Funny you say that while saying how competent you are.
No, totally. I mean, I am getting 100% in Crash 2 here, but,
Well, no average gamer can really get 100% in Crash 2.
yeah, no. Well, they sort of can. It depends. I mean, a lot of the secrets are... A lot of the secrets are just stuff that's hidden. You can do it with sufficient... It doesn't take skill. It takes knowledge of... Like, with the Nitro Room to get the green gem. Or the fake Nitro to get the purple gem. Stuff like that.
I guess it's more a matter of patience with secrets and stuff.
Yeah.
Or just the ability to go on game facts.
Yeah. But with other stuff, I mean, with the rest of the game, for the most part, it's more difficult than Warped, but it's still perfectly doable if you persist at it.
I thought Warped was pretty easy myself.
Yeah, Warped definitely has the perfect blend of difficulty and streamlined gameplay for all gauges.
I think I preferred the difficulty a bit in Crash 2, but I do definitely think that the secrets might be a bit too obscure.
I think, personally, I think we've had this conversation, but I will definitely have it again.
Yeah,
I
we
like
have.
I like that sort of thing because you can have like, oh, this makes sense sort of moment, like your aha moment with the secrets in Crash 2. I don't mind them being purely skill based in Crash 3, like just like the secret warp room, unlocking the hidden stuff with the relics, or getting gold or even platinum. That's all skill. And I don't mind that. But some of the secrets here, it's like, I almost died. Stuff like that. I like a good balance of that. It breaks up a little variety.
I will say that like discovering the secrets is exciting. Like, I'm gonna sort of hit. I think it's this before as well, but like my mind was just a bit blown when I discovered. I think I was just playing the game with a friend, and he said, "Wait, go back to the first level. I want to show you something." And he went through it and didn't get any of the crates, and he got rewarded for it. I could not believe my eyes that secret is actually there.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things that makes it not so bad as far as Crash 2 is concerned is because they show you what a level has in store for you.
Yeah.
Like that. When I was younger, I was always like, oh, what do I do here? And the first time I stumbled upon that secret, realizing that if I went through... Because when you get to the end of it, and I'm pretty sure I explained this in the first stream...
It's zero. It's just like number out of zero
rather than just no box at all. Yeah. And that, to me, is pretty awesome.
Oh, it's not completely clueless. You are given hints.
Yeah. Oh, fuck. Oh, no! Okay, here's where I start fucking up, like, big time. And here's where I say, oh, thank God that I went on the, that I got the death platform before going through the rest of the level. Because, fuck this shit. And I'm pretty sure I can turn around now. Yeah, okay, it's just that one box that I have to keep... It's just that one box that I have to keep endlessly going back for. Well, going forward for. I wonder who I'm gonna have on for Warped.
I know that Ezreal, it's Ezreal's favorite Crash Bandicoot, so he might be interested.
Yeah. Cause it's like I go much farther than necessary suddenly, because I'm stupid and not paying attention. I want to have the three of you, but it's like, as we've seen, slight issues with that.
Yeah.
I mean, it wouldn't take me more than like 3 or 4 tries to do all of the content in Warped, I don't think. Well, I made it the time. But just the fact of getting everyone together, because I know everyone's got lives to do and bullshit to do. Hey, cool, made it. Now let's not die for the rest of the level, so I don't have to redo that. Or at least hit a checkpoint. And plus, as we've seen, issues with trying to get everyone to talk. Or not talk over other people. Because I know...
I feel a little bit...
Go ahead.
I feel a little bit guilty, because I feel like I might have been talking a bit too much and not letting the other commentators have a chance to talk.
Yeah. Well, Ace is normally quiet. I mean, I feel sort of guilty as well, but she said that she tries not to talk as much so that something like that doesn't happen. Plus, her not being as familiar with the game, and us having, oh, I'm dead, yeah. And us having knowledge of the game kind of, what is it that I'm trying to say? Gives us slightly more to talk about, but when I'm dead again. But when we get into stuff that she has input to say on, she will talk. Because I know she's...
Asking what the heck half...
Say that again?
Like asking what the heck half of these enemies are.
Yeah. When she has questions, or when we are on a topic that she definitely has something to say on, then she will definitely talk.
The things walking around look kind of like Robo Darwins from Adventures of Gumball.
I don't think I'm
You
familiar
never
with the
watched
show.
that cartoon?
I don't watch anything.
No.
Boo. What do you even
What?
do all day?
What's it from? Like what? Like what year was it from?
Oh no, this is recent. The Amazing World of Gumball.
Oh, okay.
Also, I do know what you're talking about. It took me a second because I don't immediately remember stuff. Oh, okay. Gimmick level time, and while
yeah, jetpack.
yeah,
It controls horribly, but yeah, jetpack.
slightly hard. I mean, I don't think I'd be too difficult on a normal controller, but on a keyboard, it's slightly irksome. But for the most part, I seem to have it down about as much, whoa shit, as I did on my first stream.
I just find this level really exciting because you sort of know it's coming in advance since you like see it on the disc and you see the jetpack on the disc and you see it in the intro. So
Yeah.
not actually getting to use it is really cool.
Yeah, and it definitely has the best music out of all the levels.
The music is fantastic. I also quite like the I think I said this before, but the one in the water levels, the sort of surfer music.
The the surfing ones, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of a sort of, yeah.
I mean, I like
Uh,
I like him for different reasons. Of course.
Yeah. Wait, what would that be?
Well, I like this because it's sort of brand and big, and I like the surfer dude music because it's cheesy and catchy.
Oh, yeah. Ah, damn it. It's alright, I didn't lose much progress. Okay, cool. Yeah, take that fucker. Can I get you? Yes, I can. Whoa, hey, no. Don't miss the checkpoint. And I'm pretty sure I'm not going to do what I did last time, which is completely miss a box. I missed bumping into the TNT before, and I had to redo the entire level because I couldn't figure out, what box I missed. Oh! Yeah, that was on the last stream, and that was terrible of me. I don't think I ever... yeah, when I watched it back once, like fuck you! Fuck you to hell.
Oh.
I know I got the TNT this time.
Are you sure the TNT blew up the box that was under it?
Yeah, because I was, because I watched it do it on the counter. It went...
I don't remember that this level being so short.
You don't remember it being so short because when you play them, you probably don't go... When you're playing the levels seem to go by slower because you're more immersed in it when you're actually playing it. But when you're watching someone else do something, it would seem much shorter because of that. Exactly because of that lack of immersion.
I get what you mean.
Yeah. I don't know. I might have to watch this back and figure out where it went wrong. Thankfully, I can watch this back straight without having to do any editing. I still have to do editing for Crash 1 for saying Ace's name. Because she, if I don't do that, then all the rapists are going to come to her house. Oh, I didn't want
You
her to remember.
still didn't edit that? That was months ago.
I haven't edited anything. Listen, you think I'm productive? Whoops. Yeah, you think I'm productive? I think I'm gonna scrap all the Isaac stuff, though. Or just uploaded it, outright. And just put like, warning, very boring shit ahead, for the most part, because Oh. That's a really good view, I gotta say. But yeah, I think I'm... Fuck. I think I'm just gonna leave that stuff as is, and just focus on editing Crash. I'm pretty sure I have to do editing for both videos. And the thing of it is, it wouldn't be so much of a hassle, except that when you edit a file that big, you have to wait for the entire thing to render once you're finished. So I could edit it for a few seconds of sound in 4 or 5 different places, but the entire file has to render, and I never want to, have to go through that. So I take my sweet ass time getting around to that. Okay, can we not fuck this up? Yay. I am sure I'll be like, where did I miss this when I inevitably watch it back? But yeah, and I forget what else I have. Oh, I'll figure it out. Oh, I have some. I can't remember if I have all of it, but I've got some Super Mario World stuff with Az that we have to continue.
Hey, that's right. You're doing 2-player on that.
Yeah, and I don't know if we're ever going to do that again. I completely forget. And I have Flashback to put up. I just haven't finished Flashback yet. I don't have any editing Gesundheit to do with that.
Thank you.
You're welcome. This again. There's a good way of doing this. I'll talk more about that in a second, but this level is a sort of pain in the neck if you're coming to it blind, if you're trying to get the gem, because, the gems. Now this section, as you'll see, has no boxes to it. There's a gem here. So for the most part, you're seeing you can kind of skip the forward part of it. Then you come up here. There's 2 boxes. There's this fly here. Down here is 2 pits. And there's no death platform out. 2 pits, 1, 2 right there. And then there's just the 2 boxes there. Right? Well, lucky for us, there's only those 2 boxes, because that saves a whole lot of frustration. When I was younger, I used to not really pay attention to things, so I would get this level completely wrong. I'm sure I'd try to backtrack through the death platform area, but that is the exact worst thing you could... Besides that, that's the worst thing you could do. But the trick to it is that once you go through the normal path... Now, once you get the gem, that stays with you. So once you get that, you can death warp out. You can take the normal path, and then you can, if you can sort of, memorize where those two gaps are that you need to try to avoid falling down. You can jump over those, get to those 2 boxes you need, get that fly, and then get the hell out of there. Makes things much easier on you.
Mm-hmm.
But when I was younger, I didn't really use this, understand concepts such as making things easier for yourself by use of observation. It seems silly, but yeah.
I can understand how you'd make the mistake.
Oops. I'm thinking of the wrong level here. I need this. Come over here and get this. I was thinking, go ahead, there's boxes up there I can smash, like belly flop onto. But that wasn't the case. I'm thinking of Warped. The very last level, there's only 1 Firefly level in it, and that isn't too terrible. From a gimmick point of view, it just uses the gimmick, but it doesn't have stuff like backtracking.
Yeah, I couldn't remember. I knew that one of the other Crash games had light level in it, and I couldn't remember if it was Warped or Wrath of Cortex on PlayStation 2.
Actually, I don't know. It might be Wrath of Cortex. Oh, that fly lasts just long enough for you to come over here. I never knew that. Okay, that makes this even easier. The more you know. But yeah, no, Wrath of Cortex might have had it. I only ever played Wrath of Cortex once because I'm not sitting through those fucking loading times.
No, the loading times are horrendous.
Those are like, that's like Sonic 06 bad loading times.
It was worse in the PlayStation 2 version. The GameCube and Xbox versions weren't quite as bad as far as loading went, but yeah, it was pretty unbearable.
I had the PS2 version, naturally.
Yeah.
Actually, no, the PS2 version, that is longer than Sonic 06 loading times. Because I remember the little jingle that would play during it. It was like...
Yeah.
And it would play like 10 fucking times.
Yeah.
So that's about 40 seconds, 40 to 50 seconds of bullshit. And that's accounting for Sonic 06. That it counts for, loading time of 8 seconds, cutscene for someone saying something for 5 seconds, and then cutscene, and then loading time for 8 seconds. That accounts for that.
I think what I slightly preferred about Rapid Cortex loading times is that at least it was just one loading screen for the start of the level and then one when you went back to the warp. Whereas in Sonic 06, it would constantly sort of like play one tiny part of the cutscene or something and then go to another loading screen.
Yeah, that, because when you break it up like that, it just seems like so much worse.
Yeah.
And it really is. It's laughable. Fuck! Ugh. I'm almost done, don't worry. And then I can stop making a fool of myself. It's, with games like this, like older games and stuff, where you rely on lives instead of, like, health. Ooh, excuse me. It's much, it's much easier to get into, like, oh, fuck shit, cox fests. With,
Yeah.
like, oh, I've screwed up. It's like, it's sort of on the level of I want to be the guy, but like not quite, because you already know it's a foregone conclusion you're gonna die a lot, as we said. But with something like Crash, you don't think that way. You think you're gonna die far less, and then you wind up dying a lot anyhow.
I sort of think, oh, Crash, it's meant to be accessible for kids, so it can't be that bad. That's what you think, but it's not really the case, is it?
Yeah, I know. A lot of times, well, with 1 and 2, with Warped, definitely not so much, because Warped is like, the time I most spend dying or screwing up is on time trials, where you have to be fast, you can't take, much into account. So it's sort of like, oh, if I die, I hope I don't forget that box that will surely just barely be off screen. And then I have to do the level over again because I forget that one fucking box. But I don't think I'm gonna die. I've got a mask. And there's no instant kills. Thankfully. What did I say? What did I fucking say?
Silly boy, you know better than to tempt fate.
Well, at least I'm doing it in stuff like games where it's not that big a deal. What time did we start this? It's been a few hours, I know that much. Can you oh, let's see, 2:37. So it's been about, okay, it's been about 2 hours. It's not too bad. Yeah, I said spin, thanks. I'm sure the first video was like an hour and a half. So yeah, that's definitely not bad at all. Whoa, hey. Let's not make the same mistake twice here. Let's not make the same mistake twice here.
Oh.
Alright, okay, that was all me. I have nothing to say to that one. We did that one already. We did that joke.
Well, too late. We're doing it again. It's already been done. It can't be undone.
Oh, some cues are just so fun.
Okay. Okay. I was about to say now, but the getting stuck on room geometry totally saved my ass there. So, whatever. I'll go with that. And hey, we got the gem. And now we come to the final level. Sort of. let's just, yeah. I'm gonna go through it normally first, because the Gauntlet of Gems type of deal just appeals to me so much. Oh wait, no, we're not getting those. I don't need them. I've got 72 lives. And getting fruit is a waste of time. I'll be back for you. Platform. I don't think there's anything up there. I can't remember. I think it's just an extra life. But I'm gonna check just in case. Because I don't want to have to do this level over again. I'm already gonna have to do that once as it is. Okay, yeah, just a life. Just a useless life. Some people would kill for lives. Not me. I give mine away. Who needs oh shit. Who needs lives? I have the internet. Fuck the haters. Whatever non-existent haters that I have. Can't have haters if you don't even have well, you can have haters without having lovers. Just look at a great many people on YouTube, I'm sure. I'm sure there's someone. What are the common acceptable targets? Is Chris Chan one of them still?
Wait, who?
Chris Chan.
Who's that?
Have you ever heard of Sonichu?
I have heard of that. I've never looked it up. I'm too scared to.
He's... You know when people bitch about autistic spurg lords trolling mad bitches or some internet bullshit? I'm pretty sure he's legitimately got no, not pretty sure. I've seen at least one of his videos. He's got some form of mental deficiency. I don't know if it was like just autism as a whole, Asperger's syndrome, or if it's something else. But yeah, he's got issues. And
I thought it was Down syndrome.
Maybe it was Down syndrome. I don't often think of Downs when I think of because the internet has corrupted me so much with their wonderful use of terms such as autism being the new like that's so gay. Oh fuck! Say that again, Pocket.
I've noticed it a lot on the internet, maybe just recently, so many, like, mean-spirited autism jokes.
Yeah, well, that's the internet for you.
Yeah, I guess so.
The internet can be a very horrible place.
Can be.
Yeah, because it can be also, it can also be a very wonderful place. Like, I consider it a very wonderful place because without it, I would not have any of the friends that I have nowadays. Or at all. I would not have no friends. No friends.
I need the internet from the social life.
God damn it. Yeah, the internet is a substitute social life for people like myself who don't even want to bother going out. Fuck people, fuck public locations. I don't care. I've got the people I love.
I won't deny it. I'm kind of like that too.
Oops. I would try to advise against that because I know how I've turned out, and being an antisocial will kind of screw with your life and expectations, I think, just a little bit.
Yeah, I know it's bad. I know it isn't something I should be especially proud of.
Yeah. You should probably... I would advise nipping it in the bud while you probably still can, because otherwise... Excuse me, I'm counting by syllables, so I don't fuck this up again! Yeah, I'm kind of a hopeless cause, I think, at the age of 21. It doesn't help that I see the world as very cynical. I've worked in fast food for a year and a half, and I'm an old man in a fat man's body. It's not a pretty thing.
I don't know, maybe I joined the internet at too young an age, because, I don't know.
Well, what age did you start the internet at?
I'd rather not say it, because it's kind of embarrassing, really.
Well, okay, I joined when I was 14. I know that much. Whoops. Okay, that could have been worse. I could have fallen to my doom.
I'll say I was younger than that. I'll say that much.
Whoa! I almost died again. It's see,
I'm too young. I was like 9 when I started really getting into the internet.
I was well. I guess it depends on what you can. Oh wait, I'm doing the wrong thing. I guess it depends on what you consider internet. I was on IMs and playing games younger than 14, but I consider 14 to be my defining moment because I joined my first forum and started getting the friends that I have now.
Yeah, that was mainly what I meant, like, when I first joined a forum.
Or what?
That's what I meant, like, I was more referring to the age when I first joined the forum. I mean, before that I'd play Flash games online and stuff, but, yeah.
Oh, yeah, no. I remember being younger and playing games on, like, Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network.
I think I was about 11 when I joined a forum, but it wasn't anything bad. Mostly just like stuff on I think it was Neopets or something.
Oh.
It barely qualifies as a forum.
Well, it has a forum on it, and I would talk to people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think that in my real.
I think like one of my first male best friends was from Neopets. Was really bummed out when I guess he deactivated his account.
Aw.
I never got involved in Neopets community. When I was really young, I did play it on Neopets a bit more than I'd like to admit.
I was never in a Neopet.
Good.
It's just a lot of stuff. Oh, I'm hitting the wrong. Whoops, hitting the wrong thing. Let's try not to do that. Oh, come on! This is the easiest fucking boss, and I haven't hit him yet. I don't think I'm making it. Easiest boss, my ass. I messed that up so badly already. Yeah, no. I'll count myself a miracle if I can hit him the last time. I like how it got all quiet and tense, by the way. Yeah, no, there's a portal.
That was an intense battle.
Oh, wow.
Cortex played like a coward. Truly grand.
You haven't seen the last of me, Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah, Naughty Dog wasn't exactly good with their bosses back then, but Crash is sort of like Mario in that you definitely don't play for the bosses. They're just kind of there to break up the sections of the game.
Well, to be fair, they're not that great, even now either. The final boss of the first Uncharted game was laughable.
On what?
Uncharted.
Oh. I've never played Uncharted. But I suppose for something like Uncharted, what little I know of it, you would play for the gameplay as well. The highlight would be the gameplay, and the bosses would just be kind of there.
Well, the thing is that Uncharted always had this big focus on story, so I sort of thought that with a game that had such a huge focus on story, there'd actually sort of be a boss that, would sort of be, grand and huge, and we'd feel satisfying to finally defeat, but, I mean, it's much worse than anything you've seen in the Crash Bandicoot games, I'd say.
Did, you watch John Tran at all?
Yes, I do.
Did he highlight Uncharted in, like, the top 5 worst boss?
No, but you know the, Fallout 3 boss that he showed?
I do not know anything of Turok.
Fallout 3, I said, not Turok.
I sorry, I couldn't understand you.
That he showed in the video.
Oh yeah, that must have been what I was thinking of.
Yeah, it's kind of like that, really.
Oh, so from a storyline perspective, I guess it makes sense, but from a gameplay perspective, it's kind of like that was it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not too. I mean, I don't like from a gamer's perspective, I don't like that sort of thing at all. Like, I like good bosses, and I like excellent final bosses, but but from a storyline perspective, see, I'm a wrestling fan too, and even sometimes that happens where like a feud is going on or like something big is happening, and then you just have like a complete squash match for like a world title. That happened last year, and when something like that happens, it's like I'm being cheated out of investment in this. So it's even from a storytelling point of view, from a non-gamer point of view, it's still like a terrible thing. It's not. I disagree with that sort of line of thought. I don't like it. So like, if I were to play Fallout 3, I'd probably be disappointed without knowing already that, warning, not really final boss, quote unquote, battle coming up. Sorry.
I don't think there haven't really been that many boss battles this generation that I've really liked. I really liked the final boss battle in Infamous. I thought that was great, but other than that, boss battles haven't been that great this generation.
I would know nothing about boss battles from this generation because I haven't played anything from this generation. I mean, I'm not big on the FPSs. I'm not big on like the open world exploring stuff. But I can't exactly be in the first place because, no systems. No money to get the systems. But even then, I'm like...
I'm not big on first-person shooters. Open world games have kind of grown on me. But I do think there's such a thing as too big. I mean, like, having, like, Oblivion, I thought was kind of just big for the sake of being big, and I wasn't too huge on that.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not a big fan. Sandboxes and stuff like that, like Skyrim, or even just that, not that genre, but that sort of video game theme, like old time stuff. Like, you know what I'm talking about. Or
yeah, well, the thing is, sort of games like that, it's so predictable. You sort of know, like, everything is sort of going to happen, like, what the setting's going to be like. There's no surprising races. It's going to be something that's like an elf, something that's like a wizard. They're all going to use all these elemental spells.
Yeah.
You can really tell where it's going to go.
Yeah. But hey, while we've been talking about this, guess what?
Did we finish Crash Bandicoot 2?
I did! I finished Crash Bandicoot 2. Sort of. Woo woo woo, you know it. That was wrestling related. None of you are gonna get that. Not even my followers. That I don't have.
What followers?
See? You've come to terms with it.
Well, you would have made that joke eventually. I just beat you to the punch. What's Corkscrew saying?
Listen, and you might hear.
What do you mean, listen? I have the stream muted so I don't hear my own voice.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I'm sorry. He's just saying that the gems can be used to harness the energy. Where did this come from? Oh, that must have been the last save. Okay. He can use the gems to power the laser to destroy the Cortex vortex.
I can't actually remember what the gems were used for in Crash Bandicoot 3 now. I guess I'll remember when you do your playthrough of that.
Yeah. I mean, I could give it to you right now, but...
Yeah, spoil for everyone.
Spoil a game from like 15 years ago.
Yes.
So many gems.
Would you like to do the honors?
I like that too. I like that sort of... It's not just like a throwaway thing like it was sort of in... Well, actually, no, it wasn't a throwaway thing in Crash 1 anyhow. But like seeing the fruits of your efforts.
Yeah, I like that in Crash 1 that, like, you jump over every single gem you've collected, and they're like, yeah, well, I did that, I got all of those.
Yeah. I like that too. But yeah, so that's that's Crash Bandicoot 2 for you.
It's
Cortex
kind of
Strikes
vintage.
Back. But it's come and gone just like that.
Yeah.
A month apart, and only 2 parts we had to do. We lost Az along the way, but...
Yeah, lots of PlayStation
His
games
was
are really
a noble
short, you know.
sacrifice.
yeah. Say again, Pocket?
Lots of PlayStation games are really short if you actually know what you're doing.
Yeah. But I would say that games like Crash Bandicoot have a lot of replay value to them.
Yeah.
So it kind of evens out. Like, the same thing with, like, I don't know, a lot of old games do that. They're a lot of replay value.
Well, I find the games are more replayable if they're shorter.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, I can't bring myself to replay like really long JRPGs just because I already know what's going to happen. I've heard the great story that I'm there for, and I don't really sort of want it to go through all the turn-based battles and stuff that used to make the game longer.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes I find it a pain in the ass to replay longer games, but I've played Kingdom Hearts like 2 or 3 times around the span of when I had it, and I played Kingdom Hearts 2 like twice, once on normal and once on proud difficulty, and then I never touched it again. Years later, now I would play them to the end. But stuff like every year or so I play Legend of Legaia, which is like a 40-hour something like that game if you're just going through playing normally. And I've replayed like all the Mega Man Battle Network games many times over the past few years. Mostly the second one because it's my favorite. And those games can go on up through their extended content, their after the normal game content, for quite a while too.
I mean, I think the one game I really sort of come back to play over and over again is probably, well, most Sonic games in general. I mean, the earlier stuff. Sonic 2 I occasionally just play very for fun, and Sonic 1 and 3 it's actually...
Yeah. The Sonic games do that to me a lot. I will go through 3 and replay the hell. Not so much 1 and 2, but I'll play 3. Okay, before we go on, that's it for Crash Bandicoot 2. Thank you, Pocket and Ace, for joining me.
No problem. So when can I expect my check?
Check. Here, you want to check for something? Here's a check for 1 free warm-up foot rub, since you were complaining that your feet were cold earlier. Because I have no money. I have $2 in the bank account. Pocket, I don't know what to offer you because I don't think you're having the same issues that she is. We'll settle out of court for when you sue me for not paying you. But,
being here and being invited to commentate is reward enough.
That
I'll be noble.
That is an excellent response. You have my due respect. So, to the followers that I, again, don't have, thank you for joining, if you have, and hopefully you will join me for my Crash Bandicoot 3 playthrough. Thank you guys again, and a posthumous nod to Az, who we lost in battle. And that's it. Thank you for watching, hope you enjoyed, and until next time.
Tip your waitress!
Anything to say, Pocket?
See ya.
And I bid you adieu.